You can imagine if we were to live in a world that was preventive sickness free. If we could prevent all the sicknesses, it would be a better world for you and me. You can imagine if you have all the money, you can afford the lifestyle you want and develop personally to fit in your plan. I, this afternoon, borrowed some teachings from Miles Munro. Success is predictable, and so is failure. He also said they are a result of laws. So you either know the laws or you don't. But everyone has the ability to determine if they want to succeed or if they don't want to succeed. So me, I choose to succeed. And Gladys is a good friend of mine. She's the speaker of the day. She will talk about one of the companies that promote wellness, but I'll give a general review of a global wellness institute, which is an ungovernmental NGO. It was formed in 2007, and it educates both public and private for free. So it's called Global Wellness Institute, GWI. And it is their chart that we are using to display some of the departments or sectors of wellness that they deal with. They do a lot of research and initiatives, and these research and initiatives has costed a total of 4.5 trillion. That makes it a wellness economy. 4.5 million is a lot of money. And it works with 5 pillars. The 5 pillars are research, institute initiatives, roundtable discussions, and wellness evidence.com and moonshot. So CWI makes all its information available at no cost, which allows everyone, everywhere to access it. It has about 10 key sectors, which include the budgetary costs. And this is the presentation that we have used on the invite. We could go through all of them briefly. So these 10 sectors are personal care, beauty, and aging. They are healthy eating, nutrition, and weight loss. They are wellness tourism, fitness, mind and body, preventive and personalized medicine and public health, traditional and complementary medicine, wellness, lifestyle and real estate, spa economy, workplace wellness, thermal, mineral springs, and wellness lifestyle real estate. So you see, wellness covers a wide range. It covers where we can go for our leisure and body relaxation. It covers what we can eat that is nutritious. It covers how we are physically, psychologically, and emotionally taken care of. So if you put all these things in your lifestyle, then it means you'll be more effective in your business, you will be a happier person, and at the end of the day, you will have a positive impact in your community. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes. So if you don't, maybe you are in the industry and you have employees, If these your employees don't have wellness, then it means they will affect your work. How will they affect your work? They will develop chronic diseases. They will develop work-related injuries and illnesses. They will also develop stress, and employees will disengage. And when your employees disengage, even you as the manager of the company, you'll have a very hard time communicating information to them and getting the feedback that you expect. So you see, that way, your company is the one that will be feeling injury. So it is very important that even you as the manager, you're taking care of your life nutritionally, emotionally, and psychologically. You transfer the same to the team that you're working with. Then you get a positive, and at the end of the year, everybody gets a bonus because the business has done well. Yes. So many organizations promote wellness by manufacturing healthy and safe products. And these companies in our third world countries, we know them as multi-level business, and there are many. I can name just a few of these organizations that make the products that are healthy for our use. We have organizations like Oriflame. They make nice perfumes, they make cosmetics, it's a Swedish company. We have Organogold. They give us the Ganodama product, healthy drinks. Then we have Tianshi. We have a product that is good for our cells. It's called T-Cell. And we have Neolife and many others. So these companies, over and above giving us the nutrients, they also educate us on how to do marketing, how to reach out to other people. And when we apply their skills in our other normal businesses, we also get a positive impact. You see? So they equip us. And you know, when you're equipped, you are not ordinary. You have excellence. You have knowledge. You are educated. So you don't just do things like everybody else. You do things with expertise. And as we do these businesses that are multi-level, we get both money, we get marketing skills, and we build our confidence and abilities. We can stand in public and give a talk with a lot of knowledge. Then we become healthy, our families become healthy, and our communities are also impacted likewise. So with this, I wish to end this session a bit and give a chance to the speaker of the day, Gladys. And if time allows me and her, then I will briefly want to talk about leadership. Because in your company, you are the CEO, you are the managing director, you are the operations manager, you are the chairman, you are the engineer or the technician or the doctor, you are the finance manager, you are the marketer, you are the, all these things require a leadership that is effective. So as a leader, there are certain qualities that you need to have. Maybe you are in these positions as a title because you started this company. So by starting this company, naturally you became the CEO. But you see, as a CEO, you have to be trained in leadership skills, which will move your company from one level to another level. And as a leader of your company, you are the agent of change. You are the one enhancing the vision, the mission. You're giving your company direction. You know the destiny where you want to get with this company. And without leadership skills, you are likely to stumble, or you're likely to slow the growth. You are the leader. You're supposed to be networking and benchmarking with people at your level. So you must be trained, you must be exposed, you must have the confidence of that title you're holding. I hope I've made an impact in somebody's thinking. So I hand over to Gladys. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
If time allows, I'll come back to leadership.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I need to be very fast because we always intend for a meeting to be 45 or so minutes. So as you've heard, my name is Gladys. You can see me there. We took this photo yesterday with Lucy somewhere. We were very excited. And for me, I'll just give a little bit about myself. By training, I'm a teacher. I'm a trained teacher. I graduated from Kenyatta University in 1996 to go and teach students in high school. But as fate had it, I did not go to teach. I got into the banking industry, and I was very, very excited working there in the bank, because that was my dream job, really. So basically what happened is that, while I worked in the bank, I worked for 5 years. And on my 5th year, I definitely felt I needed extra income. I was a young mother then. I joined the bank in 1997. I started having this conversation in 2001 in my head. And I'm thinking, what can I do? Like, I hear the Americans move from one place, they can run somewhere else for a few hours, make some dollars. And so I was like, what can I do that can give me that extra income so that I can add to what is happening in my family? I was a young mother. I wanted big things for my kids, and the salary was not enough. So at that particular point, my firstborn was 9 years. Now she's 28. My secondborn was 3 years. Now she's 22. So I'm at that point, I'm thinking, I pray to God in December, actually 31st, and I tell God, show me something that I can do that is not heavy, that doesn't need a lot of overheads, because I was giving loans in the bank and I knew the things that really stress business people. I didn't want stocks. I didn't want to pay rent every month. I don't know what it is I was praying for in a nutshell. So come January, towards the end, my sister calls me to a meeting and tells me, hey, I've met this international company and I've heard if we do the business, we are going to make money. We are going to travel the world. That's all she told me. And she told me, come to a meeting, have a look and see what we can do about it. Of course, I love my elder sister. I go to this meeting. I meet very excited people. There were guests from South Africa. They gave their testimonies. And by the end of the day, I said yes. Why did I say yes? One of the gentlemen said that he had joined the business in 1973. And the time when I met him in February 2002, he was taking home a net of 5 million a month. I was working in a branch which was new for Coop Bank, and we were not even making that kind of profit yet. So I said, that sounds good. And the guy said, you're not God beyond form 2. I was like, wow, that sounds good. If someone has not gone to school and they can do it, then I can do it. Then another gentleman spoke. He was a pastor, and he said he had really struggled as a pastor financially. They had a child with cerebral palsy. They needed more money. He met this opportunity, and he was around 20-something years then. So by the end of the day, I told my sister, I think I can do this because I've seen it's not heavy. I can do it part-time. I don't need employees. So in a nutshell, that's how I got involved in Neolife. And Neolife in itself has a mission. And the mission is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. Of course, starting with you and I, or whoever chooses to be part of that mission. So I chose to be part of that mission, and I've been at it for the last 19 years. It's been an exciting journey. I got what I wanted, at least that extra money. I remember my first month, I was so fired up. I just made a profit of 10,000 and I had never sold anything. That really fired me up. And the other thing is that while I was at it, I learned that I would travel the world one day. I've traveled and it's an amazing experience. Actually, I want to continue traveling and it's really good. Like now there's a group of guys going to Dubai in June because last year, We were meant to go to Czech Republic, but things happened. But this year, they chose Dubai as a destination. It's easier to go. Anyway, when we look at what we are talking about, we are saying that Lucy has just given us an expose about the importance of health. Health is huge in the world today, and billions of money are being poured into the health industry. And so Neolife, as early as 1958, chose to be in the health industry, but more so on the preventive part of it. Remember, we were told prevention is better than cure. And that really is cool because that's what we do. And then, of course, we look at multi-generational wealth. That means that it's something you can start on a very small scale and you build it over time. We liken our business like an aeroplane on the runway. While it's standing, nothing is happening. While it's moving in the runway, it goes slowly, slowly, slowly. Eventually, it gets momentum. And when it goes to the air, even if it's a pilot who knows how, like the ones who do firefighting, they can somersault and still survive that. So that's the way we liken our business. You start very small, move it on, and you grow as a person. The other thing is definitely travel. Kenyans love traveling. The world, people want to travel. I mean, we've become a global village. Long gone are the days we were just comfortable being in one place. Why does the company encourage traveling? It opens your mind. It makes your life have spice and some oomph. So traveling is part of it. I've traveled, I love it. And they also like exposing us to good hotels. When you get to a certain level, they'll expose you to that exposure so that you feel good, you feel happy. And also our leadership trainings are in such places. And then of course, there's personal development. I can tell you for sure, this is something that is really lacking in Kenya. You find that people on their own, and investing on personal development is a very important thing. And that includes even our children who are 18 years and above. Actually, we should start them off as early as 13. They need to be part of what you're doing so that they can develop their creativity, they can develop time management skills, they can develop planning, they can develop motivation, they can learn to do goals. And that's what most other people do. They make people apprenticing. So you find that this is something that will benefit you and even your children. I love it because I exposed my children to it. And today, none of my children can say, I can't make money. Even my daughter, my last born in third year at the University of Nairobi, she is doing this business. She is a leader. You should hear her present. She's just good. And it's been an amazing journey. The other thing, of course, is being able to work with the people you love. You're able even to work with family members or friends, and you can work from home. That's amazing. Since COVID, we learned about Zoom. We were so green to it. It just took a week or so, we learned. And since then, we've been doing great business. And the most amazing business thing in our opportunity is now we are actually gone global. We are having teams, like I have teams in Europe, I have in the USA, I have in Australia, I have in Uganda, I have in South Sudan, Somali, and that's very exciting. So you are able to do it, and even you transit from work to it in a very easy way. And it should not interfere with what you're doing currently or what you hope to do. It's something you can do part-time if you choose that. Or in future, if you choose to do full-time, you do it. Then what's the plan for retirement? Many people are retiring when they are quiet, they are cold. They can't hang out with friends like they used to be. The dynamics are very different. Because like if you choose to retire in the village and you left your friends in town, it's very difficult to keep meeting them. And then your worlds apart. And so you find people are retiring when they are idle, when they are bored, when they are broke, when they don't have that excitement, they can't travel, and maybe when they are not well. So those are things we want to put in place right now, because we are told if you don't plan, then you're planning to fail. So we're gonna plan for our retirement. The other thing is about job security. You may be in a place where maybe your job is secure, but the people around you, we've seen people in the hotel industry. They're so fragile. Today there's lockdown, they have no job. Tomorrow, back to the office, They slash your entitlement in terms of monthly income. Some people have totally lost their jobs. And so we are saying we don't need to live in that scenario where you don't know how your tomorrow will be. It's always good to have a plan B. And this plan B we are offering to you it means that if you make money from it, that money can go into investments. And so you have another plan C, and plan C can take care of you. So that's what we are talking about, and we are excited about it. That's the founder of the company, Jerry Brasfield. He's a very God-fearing man, comes from California, started this journey when he was young. He was very asthmatic. All the years he grew, when at the end of the year, when there was winter, the mother would call the priest to come and pray for him, because any winter he would go. But along the way, the mom met a friend who told her, put your child on fish oil and vitamins. And she did. I love women because women listen. She listened, she did that. And by the time he was becoming a teenager, the issue of asthma was something of the past. And that impacted him in a very big way. And that is why he got involved in this industry. After finishing his secondary school, in the US, going to college is very expensive. So he was doing manual jobs. And one day in the evening, he was invited for a meeting. And he runs the meeting. He was 18, the brother was 16. They go to a meeting, they listen, and they make a decision. They said, we can do this. Because he had seen the change in his life, because they were explained about preventive health. And so he started it out. And as we speak now, it's 63 years down the road. A great journey that you can read about, see the changes over the years, the growth and development. Now he's mentoring the daughter. He started mentoring the last born at the age of 19. And he told her, you must come in and learn to do it like the distributors do, so that by the time you're getting the CEO, you understand what they go through. And that's what has happened. At 28, she became the CEO, and she has changed the face of Neolife in a way you can't imagine. She's doing a great job at that tender age. If you go to YouTube, she's done something about the gig economy, and she's just an amazing lady. She's been here to Kenya. She's been to all the countries where Neolife is, to be able to be in touch with what people go through as we build, being part of what the father started. The other thing is we have a scientific advisory board. So whatever I'll be talking to you about is something that is backed by science. And even if it's backed by science, it's totally based on nature. That nature that God intended for us. So anything they make in terms of even the vitamins, they use whole food-based resources, and all those are ratified by CDC, USDA, National Institute of Diabetes, all those organizations. These scientists are licensed, and most of them publish their work. When you hear a scientist is publishing their work to the world, that is work that has been approved, and it is changing the world. So the founder of the Scientific Advisory Board is a Nobel Prize winner. He is the founder of chemotherapy, the founder of the antidote to chemotherapy that many people don't know about. Yeah, after chemo, you need to cleanse your body. He came up with that. And then, of course, toxicology, that toxins can really mess us up. And he came up with an antidote for that. So we are covered. You don't have to get worried. We are in over 50 world markets. And just like 2 weeks ago, they even opened Mozambique as a news station. Rwanda is starting out strong and building. Ethiopia is coming out and building. We hope places like South Sudan will open up. But who is going to open these places? It is us, because the company follows the business. We don't do the traditional way of going to open and we wait for business. They allow the business to go, and where business go, they follow. And that's a smart way of doing business. You can't count losses in such a scenario. So in Kenya, it came in 1996, and it's been strong and going and tested over the years. I have been there for 19 years. So we have values. Like any other company, you need to have values. The first value is absolute integrity, being truthful. If I've seen people come even to this kind of organization, they don't do things the right way. If you don't have integrity, you can't last somewhere. and that's a fact. Then people are number one, we respect people totally. In our business, we do business with people who you can't imagine. Even if you finished up to standard 6 or standard 8, when you come to our opportunity, we respect you, we love you, we build you from that point on. Even if you are very learned, we all come and gel, and we want, and so the other one is equal opportunity for all. We don't have those whatever it is, the caste system kind of that even happens in jobs. While you come here, it is an equal opportunity for all. It is you to get the results for you, and you build yourself. And then products that work, they have a money back guarantee, long range vision. We want to think another 5 years from now, 10 years. I've seen people in this business who are 47 years. Amazing. Now their children are doing it, and now their grandchildren are benefiting it. Some even up to the 4th generation, great grandchildren. I've seen people in the US doing business, and when they're doing their business, the grandchild is there and wants to come to the lap as grandma does business. That's an amazing thing to do. So I love that. My kids are in the business, so I know what that means, pushing it to the next generation. Now let's talk a little bit about health, because that's the first pillar in this case. I'll try to be fast because this is just an intro, and we are more than happy to go to the details. Why are we talking about supplementation? Number one, we are supposed to eat, like you can see this pyramid that is here, where my cursor is. We are supposed to eat a lot of whole grains, which we don't. We tell someone eat brown rice, eat brown chapati, eat unga ya ugali, which is not sifted. They think it's another story. But there's a reason why God created foods that way. One, the whole grains have an oil, the germ, where it germinates. That is so critical for taking care of your cell membranes. We have about 73 trillion cells, and every cell needs to be taken care of. And so you need an abundance of that oils every day. And that's why we have 3 main meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In those meals, we need to have some whole grains so that that oil is distributed evenly over the day as it is used up. You realize we don't do that. We're eating refined food, so our cells are hungry and deprived of what we call the lipids and sterols. Then we are told we need fruits and vegetables. Sometimes we may look at it just like a sentence. It's a very serious sentence. We need fruits and vegetables. And the scientists are saying we need a minimum of 6 through to about 13, 15 servings, different types of fruits and vegetables. That sounds a tall order. It sounds sometimes unachievable. And that's where the whole thing is. Many times we don't achieve that. Why do we need that variety? Because 3 of those servings must come from what we call the carotenoids. The carotenoids are the vegetables, the fruits that give us immune boosters, antioxidants that take care of the oily parts of our body. Okay? Then we need the flavonoids. The flavonoids are from the citrus, the bitter, sour kind of fruits, and some of the vegetables like beetroot. Those ones, they protect the watery parts of your body. And then we have the cruciferas. The cruciferas protect the hormonal parts of the body, and they make sure you don't have those small tumors and growths that grow in our body, whether it's benign or cancerous. So you find if you're not able to understand and balance it like that, whenever there's a gap, that your body complains. Then when it comes to proteins, we are told we need the plant-based proteins and the white meat. Why? The plant-based proteins, they are live. They are live. Many times, by the time we are going to cook them, they are live. But when you look at the animal-based proteins, the animal-based proteins have a challenge. Many are treated. You look at the milk we are drinking, the meat we are eating is treated. All those treatments, number one, some of them are treated with something called nitrate, which is cancer-causing. Others they are acidic. When they get to the body, they form an acidic environment, and that environment is very good for disease, the degenerative diseases to grow, like cancer and joint issues and other challenges, hormonal issues. So you find that we are being told when it comes to the animal proteins, we eat sparingly, but we do more of the plant-based and the white meat which should be organic, okay? And then anything that has sugars and fats, you only need a spoon of sugar, a spoon of oil in a day, ideally. Reason being, the sugars and the oils are in all these other foods we've seen. But what we've done on this other side, we've inverted the pyramid upside down. And it is so sad because even before a girl gets pregnant, these are the foods she eats. So the environment when baby is coming is already messed up. During pregnancy, we go for cravings. I'm craving for cookies. I'm craving for chocolate. I'm craving for this. And many times we may have a lot of deficits, even as we carry the baby. And moving on, as the child grows, the sugar is there, the fats are there, and it becomes another story. And that even is, it is true to us, you know. If you understand this, you need to work on it so that even with good food of good foundation. Then, of course, we are eating a lot of animal protein. I said they give a very acidic environment, and then there's mucus in the system, and that causes a lot of problems. And so with this gap, we see there are the degenerative diseases like cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, because they are not contagious diseases. You can't spread it to somebody else. But many times we eat them through to our system. We have a lot of toxins in our system. We do a lot of medication, cosmetics that are harmful, hair products that have a lot of chemicals. The detergents we use have a lot of chemicals, and the body is just confused. So Neolife in 1958 made this green tablet you can see here called TNN. TNN is a world first. No other company has TNN in the world. I don't know why, but they realized that it is a very tedious way of getting that oil from a grain like wheat, rice, and soya, and then capsuling it in a system where there is no oxygen so that you don't use preservatives. Sounds heavy, but it is being done. So TNN is a great product. It will come and repair the damaged cells. It will give the cell membrane permeability for nutrition to come in and the waste to go out, and many other benefits, and to make sure your hormones are not interfered with at the DNA level. Then, of course, we have the carotenoid. I mentioned about the carotenoids. Of course, there are other immune boosters and other vitamins that help boost our immunity, but carotenoid is more powerful. It's also a world first. It's more powerful than the C and the zinc and the E that we know are very powerful antioxidants. So it has a higher power, good for the eyes, good for anti-aging, good for keeping cancer at bay, for fighting disease, boosting your immunity. Then we have the fish oil. If you read about fish oil, and specifically omega-3, omega is supposed to have a family of 8, but most companies just produce 2, EPA, DHA. Go and read most of the oil-based, fish oil-based products. They have DPA, EPA, and maybe ALA. But now Neolife has gone further and added the family of 8, the entire family of 8 of the omega oils. If you read more, go to YouTube, Google search videos for omega-3, you will see the benefits, right from the brains to the eyes, to the sex organs, to the circulatory system, to the joints, to making sure depression doesn't happen, cognition. So all those things are very important, and we need that. And then, of course, a balance of vitamins and minerals. So we start somebody off with the Pro Vitality, and we tell people, you know what? Your body makes the money, you're gonna take care of it. Go and just give it a kickstart, jumpstart it, repair it, encourage it to get newer, better cells, and you're good to go. Yeah. So people say, I don't want to use supplements, they're expensive. Compared to what? Compared to the land we are buying and we live, compared to the car we take so much pride in and we leave it. Take care of our body, and then eventually everything else flows. So I'll not go more into the details about the products because there are many. We have programs, heart program, there are sugar program, and we also go to the rationale of how sugars come to the body and how you can repair that. How do you get pressure and stroke? How you can undo that? So we have all those programs, and we teach them day by day, day by day. It's quite a journey. And then, of course, we have the skincare. We need a skincare that is natural, a skincare that does not give you chemicals, does not have mercury, you know. And so this skincare is botanical, and it is marine-based. Now the dermatologists are saying the marine-based detergents are the best. So Neolife has gone that way. And we also have inner details about this that you can read and you ratify and you understand when you get into that. Then, of course, we have Go Green detergents. Go Green detergents are very important because most of our washing, most of our cleaning of utensils, our fruits and vegetables, we are lacking products that are not chemicaled. And so in this case, we have something for general cleaning, deep cleaning, thorough cleaning. We have the ones for utensils, your fruits and vegetable, all those things. And then we have for the floor called Fantastic. We have one for the carpet. You clean the carpet when it's in the house. Don't remove it out. It won't get wet. You need to relax. We have a car shampoo. We have floor polish and furniture polish. We have one for farming called Super Grow, and it increases your production by 3 times. Even for gardening, the small kitchen garden, the trees we are planting, people are planting avocado trees and all those kind of things. And some of these products are so safe such that some years ago, there was an oil spill in the ocean in South Africa. And when that tanker had an oil spill, the penguins were covered by the oil and they were going to go into extinction. So what happened? The whole world over, Neolife LDC is the only one that could clean the birds right from the face downwards, and it saved a whole generation of penguins. And Neolife was very happy about that. The whole world over, they had a detergent that could do that. That's the Super Grow I talked about. We have more info. We have YouTube information on this we can share. And we even have testimonies, live testimonies on the same. So we go to moving about networking. Why network marketing? You don't need to have employees. You don't need overheads, low startup. You don't need any special degree. So if you have a relative, Hajasoma, they are good to go here. Freedom and ability of leverage. I'll show about leverage. So what we do, we remove the middlemen. In conventional marketing, we have advertiser, distributor, wholesaler, and retailer. So in network marketing, which was started in Harvard University in the 50s, they decided, why don't we remove the middlemen and encourage companies to have a direct connection with their consumers? If anything, they get the money from the consumer, not the distributor. So basically, that's what Neolife took over. And the new network marketing is in this. When you read about Kiyosaki, he talks about the 4 ways that people make money. As an employee, good, but you cannot be an employee for life. As owning your own business, sometimes personal businesses have their challenges, big challenges. But when you become a business owner, over time, you can be able to leverage your time by working it with many people. The concept is we better be 100 of us doing small things, earning what we can, each one of us. So you find if you're many, even the hours are spread. And so you do more production, and that's what we call leveraging. And so network marketing falls here, where you start very small and build a big network of users, a big network of people who can do the business. And at the end of the day, you can make a lot of money. And that has been happening, it's proved. And the more you keep learning about it, you realize that you can be one of the business owners and retire when you are sorted out, okay? Then the other thing is, of course, becoming an investor after that. After that, you need to become an investor, and that's a story for another day. I hope we can continue this journey the way we are here, and now move from that to encouraging each other to save money, to invest, and empowering other people to do the same. It's not just about you. It's about the legacy you leave. How many people are you empowering out there to benefit from the same? So the process is very simple. The company says, come and partner with us. Us guys, we are sorted. We are rich. We have no loans. We are a free and rich company over the years. So what we do is we manufacture. We go from the table to from the farm to the table. We bring you products that have a money back guarantee. So we tell you, get a startup kit. By being, you subcontract a license with us. You become independent, but you work with us. So we are not going to boss over you. We can only encourage you. So you pay at least $100 or thereabout. You can start with more than that. This is just the entry point. And once you come here, you learn how to use the product and recommend products to your customers. And even if you've never sold anything, don't worry. We are in a place where we can learn and we show you how to recommend. We don't go selling. We don't go telling somebody, buy this. We educate. And then someone says, I think I want that. I think I want that. I had never thought it that way. So we educate and we look at the needs of people. When you're talking to somebody, listen to their needs. That's what you give them. So in the process, you start earning some part-time income, very little money. What is the money? The money is so little you can't imagine. My first check was 900 in March 2003 and 2. 900, but my profits that month were about 10,000. So you start, you have your profits that the company doesn't follow, and you get a small check of between 500 to 5,000. That is just the beginning. And then the company tells you, why don't we do the next thing? Why don't you start empowering people by sharing the opportunity? Share with your cousin, share with your friend, share with your neighbor, share with somebody on social media. Why not? We are a global village. And so at the end of the day, you are able to increase now the sales because you're able to do your part and the people in your team are able to do their part, and you are paid a commission of the money they should have paid for advertisement. They give you part commission. And so your commission starts increasing 5,000 to 40. Some people may say, what is 5,000? It is money. If you save this in a circle, as an addition to what you do, one of these fine days, you'll be the highest owning or one of the biggest shareholders in that circle, just giving you an idea. So, or if you've never traveled, you say, this is gonna go to my travel account. Or you've never taken your kids for a holiday, you travel alone. This is my traveler for my children to travel, or my parents, or whatever it is you can do. So eventually you come and build a big business, you get to what we call the director level. And the director level is exciting because at this point you have about 30 to 100 people in your team. When you have 30 to 100 people in your team, you're able to do a business that can pay you between 50 to 100,000 shillings. And remember, the profit is on the side. The company doesn't come to check your profit. That's up to you. So that's what we do. And you can move beyond there. You can go beyond director. The benefits of director are many. You can move from distributor to manager to senior manager to director to sapphire director. Sapphire director is a director who has a director under them. Can you imagine you empower somebody to earn 50 to 100 and that's what you're earning plus. So at sapphire, you're earning over 100, going to 150, going to almost 200. At Ruby, Ruby 1 has 3 directors, Ruby 2 has 4 directors, Ruby 3 has 5 directors. Those are people earning up to 500,000. Then as a Ruby 4 and 5, you're earning from 500,000 going to 1 million. And at director level, diamond level, those are people who earn 1 million plus. There are people even who earn 10 million in this business. They've built it over time, of course. So I want to end there and say, when you join, you can do this business online. You're given your own website, you're given a back office, and you can transact from wherever you are. On the road, in your office, at home. When you're on holiday, you can do the business on the phone. And then, of course, we have a lot of support through the social media. We have the New Life University. I hope all of you can go to the New Life University and do those courses. You'll even get a certificate. You just register, read the courses, do the few questions they ask, keep listening to them, and you become a guru in those subjects. And then, of course, in the end, there's travel. One of our goals with Lucy is to continue traveling the world, but not alone. Like now we decided in September, we are going to Masai Mara. You guys can join us with your family and we go and have fun. Then 2022, when people are going to the next destination, we can be part of the group going to the next destination. That would be amazing. So I want to leave it at that. People have gone to different destinations and for those who've traveled, you know how good it is. What does it take? You need to have a dream. God says where there's no vision, people perish. Perishing doesn't mean tutaishia, but it means you're languishing and wandering and going round and round in a rat race. What is happening? So we need to work on our dreams. And it doesn't matter if we are 50, 60. I mean, we are normally told our dreams are valid. We can do much more than we've ever done. Then, of course, you need to have a burning desire. You need to have belief in yourself, in the company. You need to have patience. We're dealing with people. And dealing with people, it's a skill, it's an art we have to build with. And then finally, we must be action-oriented people. If we decide we are getting onto this, maybe you want to be a customer, go for it. And when you become a customer, don't hesitate to refer somebody else to Lucy. If you decide I'm gonna start and empower other people, we are here, we're gonna do it together. We will help each other. And what your strength is, you'll help me. What my strength is, I will help you. And there's nothing as good as people working together. Team, I'm sure you all know means together, everyone achieves more. And we retire when we are a tight, close-knit family, doing stuff together, empowering people, and all the people who bug you about money, you have something to share with them. Yeah, they don't have opportunities. And so I'll leave it at that and say, hey, all these things under one roof, all these things and much more than you'll come to realize there's much, much more. Yeah, and we hope God can be with us so that we can be a force to reckon with. And I want to hand it over to Lucy. I'll stop sharing my screen so that we can also share all of us. I can see we have their Chiengs. Would like to see you if possible. We have Beth, we have Betty, and we lost somebody who was with us earlier. Somebody else just left. So we are left with their Chiengs and Betty at the moment. So Lucy, over to you. Maybe we can have them say something first. Lucy, over to you. You can unmute yourself. Even Betty, if you have a question, a comment, there are Chiengs if you have. There are Chiengs, I wouldn't know who that is. You can, if you want to open your camera, we see the face behind the people with us. We'll be more than happy. Any question, clarification? I'm done.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Gladys.
Yeah.
That was very good. I personally learned so many things. I was actually making notes. Well, it's day one. I think the response is great.
Yeah.
Everyone leave with some information.
Yeah.
I must say you have really grown. From the time I knew you and what you're able to present today, it's a big improvement. It's a big improvement. I thank God for what He's doing in you, how you are impacting people, and the knowledge you're able to share.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good place to close. I only want to encourage my team that if you're a leader, you must have a vision. And that vision should lead you to a destiny. And it all depends on what is your attitude. You can be strong, you can have money, you can have intelligence, you can have all these things, but if your attitude is not right and your belief is not supporting your attitude, you're really not going anywhere. So as we continue learning, let it help us to, on the inside, to have a clear vision. Because in life, you're supposed to have at least 4 income sources. In the event that one fails, 3 other income sources can sustain you. So thinking out of the box, what are these other 3 sources of income? It does no harm to try something that other people are also doing. Because if it was very difficult, then you would not have the hundreds and the thousands and all these, different levels of people in the business. So it means there's something there for everyone. And it is of interest to make a personal decision. Thank you very much. Thank you very much also to everyone who is in attendance.